Hey guys, Comrade Chonsky here. I don't really do this often, but I really wanted to check out this uh, revealed Super Smash Bros. Ultimate banner. This is the banner for, I think, Classic mode, where you can choose the difficulty. So, like from the left to the right, you scroll past. Like, so here's like, you go here like at 0, and then you go from like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. So I thought it would be so cool if we actually went through here and checked out some of the artwork. Again, this isn't the whole thing. This only goes up to 8.0, I think. And so there's 9.0 and 10.0 still missing. So that's about 20% of the image that is still missing. So what we're gonna do is, sorry, I'm just checking, making sure everything's good. What we're gonna do is we're gonna just go through and kind of like check out all this artwork because there is some really cool character interactions going on here. So first thing we have off is Pikachu, just kind of chilling with Toon Link carrying his pig with Pichu. Oh, I just noticed because I'm doing this live. Sorry, Pikachu and Pichu are hanging out in the foreground. That's why they look so big. Rob and Wii Fit Trainer are in the background doing yoga, which is hilarious. We have a kind of like a little party going on right here. We have Rosalina and Luma chilling with Lucina, but in Daisy has got some serious sass going on right now. Oh man, I wonder what's going on. Maybe, oh dude, she's giving sass to Rosalina. Oh man, I wonder what Rosalina's. She's all pointing at her too. Maybe she just like called her fat or something. Oh my god, what a bitch. So we got our main man Kirby, the sole survivor, up top, looking down at an enemy with smiles, and we have a first look at the enemy, which is of course a cute little version. You'll notice that as we get going, that the enemies that start popping up here and there, these little black guys, they start looking more and more menacing. But as for right now, their first appearance, he's just a cute little guy. And we got Diddy and Isabelle and Duck Hunt, all just kind of. It looks like they're studying it. Yeah, it looks like Isabelle is like studying uh the enemy here. So that's pretty cool. Diddy is in awe of it, and the duck is kind of, I think, looking at the dog to get out, like it wants to leave, but the dog is kind of just chill. Oh, and there's also our boys, Lucas and Ness, chilling and checking it out as well. So we got this kind of like this little gaggle of guys here checking it out. Finally, we move on. Also, I'd like to say that I guess I don't know if this is confirmed, but I guess like we can kind of confer that these, like, as we start down here. Well, no, I guess that wouldn't be because Lucina's there. I was gonna say like, oh, it's like the least powerful, like the more like cute and cuddly characters down here, and then as we move down, we'll get to the more like badasses. But no, like Lucina's here and she's a badass. So that is clearly out the window. So we'll just move on. Forget I said anything. Whoops. We have finally, or not finally, but next we have Villager, who seems to have cut down a tree and has discovered another enemy in there, uh, which is great. It seems to have surprised or terrified Luigi, and it looks like Jigglypuff was in that tree. But she seems to also be pointing out to Olimar that one of those little guys seem to have taken on the form of a Pikmin and is following Olimar, trying to I guess like blend in with Olimar. He's just like, oh, I'm just a Pikmin. So that's so they can change their shape to look like Nintendo characters. At least in this instance, it can. I don't know if we'll see that in World of Light or not, but whatever. Hey, what do we have next? Oh, we have. Actually, let me just make sure now. Okay, yeah, we are. All right. Next, we have Incineroar and King K. Rool in the middle of a sparring match, but they seem to be interrupted by this little guy down here who seems to be in the midst of zapping or corrupting something. Like some veins coming out. That's quite weird and creepy looking. But that's so awesome. That's such a weird pairing. Incineroar and King K. Rool. You'd think it'd be Donkey Kong, but the fact that it's just kind of like these characters are, it's just like a random characters hanging out. It's not like necessarily like Mario and Luigi are hanging out right next to each other. I mean, we have some of that like Lucas and Ness, but that's just kind of, I feel like, even though they've never met each other, I feel like they're like best friends, in the Smash canon. Um, Next, we have up top we have Greninja just chilling on a tree like the ninja, like the anime ninja he is. Oh man, so cool. Little Mac is just getting in some boxing practice. Pretty self-contained there. He's not really interacting with anybody, or Roy seems to be just posing. Or no, he was in the process of posing, and he seems to now realize that one of those monsters are now forming on his shoulder, and he seems to be. It looks like he was just in the process of posing, and then he was like, "Huh?" Like comedy little moment. And then I would imagine, like, I'm gonna look at this. No, it's not the middle, but it's so cool. The Inkling has been getting so much love in all this Smash stuff coming up. Like, she was front and center for the first reveal. She, in the latest trailer, with the where the banner comes to life, she's like the last thing you see. And she arguably has the most screen time in that whole trailer. And let me think. And yeah, now she's got like she's like nice and prominent out in the front. And she's facing down what would look like the first formidable view of the, or the first formidable version of this enemy. In the background, we have the hammers, the hammer wielders going to hammer. Either they look like they're going to town on this little guy, but I don't know. DDD also seems to be looking like he's going to be aiming at Popo. And Nana seems to have just realized that. So we got Me Sword Fighter. He is with Toon Link, fending off a what would appear to be, or at least coming to the assistance of Bowser over here, who seems to be grappling with the tail of a larger black enemy. I think, oh, here's something really cool in the background. I just saw Dr. Mario is leading a small one away from the fight with Wario on the back of Wario's bike. They're working together, Dr. Mario and Wario. I don't think we've ever seen that pairing together. I could be wrong. Maybe that's like a really deep cut in Nintendo history. But it looks like they're leading a smaller one away from the fight, or maybe they're trying to, like, just separate, help the fight as much as they can by spreading the enemy's forces. But I like that they're using a pill to lead it away. That's quite funny. We got Ridley and Wolf. It looks like they're locked in arms with each other, but they could also just be coming down to assist Bowser. But nah, they're probably fighting. The two big egos like that, they're definitely fighting. Meta Knight seems to be riding the Fox's R-Wing down to help, definitely come down to assist the heroes here. And we seem like we're really going to be, as we move down here, we're really adding or coming into a serious conflict. So we got Samus, Captain Falcon, who looks like he is just loving it. It's like, I might die here. I already have died. And I'm probably going to die again, but I'm going to look good and pose while doing it. Pit seems to be just making sure he's got backup, which makes sense. He's used to, he's the head of Palutena's guard, so he's just making sure that his army is following him. Bowser Jr. following and making his dad proud, leading the charge, his own little charge, it seems, in the background against something huge here. That actually, before we move on down here, this big dragon here that Bowser was, his tail that he's grappling with, Bowser Jr. is actually fighting the head by himself. That's so cool. Bowser Jr. is fighting the head while his dad grapples with it by the tail. That is so cool. Let's see here. Now we got Ryu going in for a nice kick, yeah, with Sheik. Just, I'm sorry, I'm laughing because I just see Sonic running up the side of the enemy. That's so funny. That is definitely what Sonic would be doing. He'd be running up the side of it to get a good hit in on the head. The Mii Fighter is given. It looks like we got three here giving a good old kick. Mii Fighter, Ryu, and Sheik giving a good old kick. Ike and Richter at the bottom here with their two signature weapons being the sword and the whip. Donkey Kong also seems to be grabbing. He seems to also be in the graduated from the school of Captain Falcon, where even if you're in danger, you gotta be looking good and posing for that camera. But he also seems to have a part of this dragon, and he's grappling it, just kind of like Bowser. I'm sorry. Bayonetta, just, flying, probably just shooting up massive things, probably doing the most damage out of anybody considering just how OP she is. But, glad it's like whoever made this knew that she wasn't popular, and they're like, yeah, just put her in the back. Even like just smudge her face out and just make sure, Anyway, we got Corrin, the female Corrin, representing Corrin, right behind Link. That's kind of awesome that Link and female Corrin kind of like are charging with each other. We got each other's back. It's quite cool. I'm digging these character combinations. Dark Pit, right behind Charizard, or at least got it, supporting Charizard. Oh, I'm sorry. Before we go on, I just noticed Richter, his whip extends all the way up here, past Bayonetta, past female Corrin, and getting one of these little guys, and that is not happy. But anyway, keep going at Dark Pit, Charizard, Zelda, with the Pokemon, just fighting off with Robin at below, casting, I forget what it's called, casting is neutral B. Pokemon Trainer with Squirtle in the foreground, commanding, and we got Snake. Snake is of course in his box, or at least in the process of coming out or going in his box, rallying and support and telling Colonel what's going on, which is, you need that. You need someone on the wire to be contacting HQ and letting them know what's going on. It's good on you, Snake. Not all heroes wear capes. Some of them wear bandanas, and not all heroes need to be fighting. Some of them are on a phone. They're tapping the telecommunication wires. And anyway, let's keep going. We got Shulk charging in with Chrom and Simon Belmont. Above, Dark Samus, barely cut off. We can see her. Pac-Man, giving a good old wink. Him, Pac-Man, Captain Falcon, and DK, without a doubt, they're all just posing. Ganondorf side, back to back with Richter Belmont. That's an interesting combination, with Palutena looking over them and doing her best. Mega Man standing tall with what looks to be the Mii Gunner, which makes sense, those two be together. So, laying down suppressive fire. And then Mewtwo at the top being a badass. Oh, and there's little Mr. Game & Watch. I just see him. He's coming down, which means he just pulled out his up B, and now he's getting ready to pull out that key on that dragon. Oh, that looks like the Chimera from Smash 4. Huh. But anyway, and then it ends with Mewtwo. Good old Mewtwo. But that's everything that we know from right now. Again, the whole thing hasn't been released yet, but, I'm sure the last two, like Mario, he's missing. I'm sure he'll be probably at the very end. But, yeah, I can't, from the life of me, or not right now. I'll have it in the end of the video, who's missing. But, anyway. Alright, guys. I will talk to you later. Make sure to like and subscribe.